Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is going well. Today I'm going to be making a similar video to yesterday in terms of it's going to be a longer video. I'm also going to be reading from the Gemara. I have the Gemara in front of me. And Baruch Hashem, people liked the longer style videos yesterday. And obviously it's easier to go longer when I have a book in front of me. I could just keep reading and elaborate. And what's interesting about Berachos, at least this part of Berachos, is it's a very spiritual part of the Gemara. And what do I mean by that? Of course, the whole Gemara is extremely spiritual, and it's all the will of Hashem. But sometimes the topics of the Gemara get into, if you find a lost item, if you business interactions, different concepts, different, vegetables and different aspects. When it's all spiritual, it's all the will of Hashem. It's all regarding Hashem's desire to be involved in every aspect of our life in regards to business stuff, interactions stuff. But nonetheless, you could be speaking about things so it would appear it's not about Hashem. But this part of the Gemara, what I'm very fascinated by is it's very, very spiritual, and it's very Hasidic and Kabbalistic, like very, very. It relates to the inner sod part of the Torah, the deeper parts of the Torah, and it alludes to Kabbalah and Hasidut. And I'm sure that there's a strong correlation. Like this is really also actually what's interesting is I'm going to be speaking about something that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said in the Gemara, and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is the author of the Zohar, and he revealed a ton of inner parts of the Torah, secrets of the Torah to the world. So it's not surprising that even when he's in the Gemara, it would seem that it's secrets of the Torah as well. So let's get it going. Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai Omer. Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai says, Tanya, it was taught in the Brisa, Shalosh matanot tovot natan HaKadosh Baruch Hu leIsrael. Hashem gave 3 gifts to Bnei Israel, 3 incredible gifts to Bnei Israel. And all 3 of those gifts, he gave through suffering. He only gave them through suffering, meaning the suffering itself was what enabled us to receive these beautiful gifts. What are these gifts? Sounds interesting. Eluhen, Torah, the Torah. Ve'eretz Israel, the land of Israel. Ve'olam haba, the world to come. Very interesting gifts. The Torah, the land of Israel, and the world to come. Now, first the fact that these 3 are mentioned together means there's an intrinsic connection between the Torah, the land of Israel, and the world to come. The world to come means there's 2 parts of the world to come. There's the world to come now, where people pass away now, and they go into the world to come, which is a reward it's heaven, so to speak. It's the reward, Gan Eden, the reward they receive for the work they did in this world, service of God, and they get to be in the presence of the Ziv HaShechina, the rays of the divine presence, meaning they get to be in the presence of the Creator, the rays of the Creator, and they understand incredible Torah concepts, and they learn, and it's paradise. But there's an even higher level than that, and that's the ultimate redemption, the ultimate world to come, and that's in the days of Moshiach, when we will have an even greater revelation than they do up in Olam Haba, but down here on this physical earth. It will be the ultimate redemption. May it be today. And so what does this mean? All 3 of these incredible, fascinating gifts are given through suffering. What does that mean? It means that to receive these real gifts, you go through hardships. But the hardships are a part of these gifts. When you really look at what's going on here, the difficulties you go through are not taking you away from Hashem, but they're really the things that catapult you, that slingshot you to Hashem, that give you the fire to get even higher, closer to Hashem. And the Torah, and so they say, Torah minayin. Where do we know that Torah that Torah is received through suffering? Shema ashrei ager asher terasreinu ya umitor secha talmadenu. Fortunate is the man who Hashem afflicts, rebukes, and will teach you from his Torah. Meaning, when Hashem loves you, He's going to put you through challenges, difficulties. Not because He wants to hurt you, chas v'shalom. But no, the very difficulties that you're going through, when you learn Torah, it doesn't mean that when you learn Torah now you're going to have difficulties all of a sudden. It means that now you will have difficulties, maybe more than before. But the beauty of it is now these difficulties that you go through, unlike before the difficulties destroyed you, so to speak. Now when you have the Torah and you're going through difficulties, the difficulties become a part of the Torah. You get to use your Torah wisdom to channel it to whatever difficulty you're going through, and you'll find that the difficulty you're going through is actually the greatest thing that's going to help you. It's teaching you, Hashem's giving you these difficulties to teach you, okay, this is where you need to work, this is where you need to work, this is where you need to work. It's like putting a flashlight in the areas that you're trying to kind of cover up. And then it kind of hurts when they're exposed, but it's Hashem doing it for your own goodness, because it's going to cause you to repair, improve yourself, and reach a far much higher level than had you have not had those difficulties. So he brings a verse to show that the Torah is connected to difficulties, like that you receive the Torah and you'll go through difficulties, and that's part of receiving the Torah. And what about the land of Israel? So there's a verse where it says a father will criticize his son, will chastise, will call out his son, and then Hashem your God is bringing you to a good land. So it says Hashem's our Father. He's going to call us out where it needs to be. Whenever we have something that we need to improve, Hashem's going to make it clear to us that, hey, you have to improve on that. But why? So he can bring us to a good land. And this relates to our generation. When someone wants to move to Israel, they're going to go through financial difficulties, maybe. Not chas v'shalom. People, they live in America or Europe or Canada or wherever they live, they could have it easy. They could have incredible comfort. But their neshama is not satisfied. They may be comfortable in the physical, but something's missing. On the other hand, you go to the land of Israel, you may go through some difficulties, as it's saying here, but the difficulties add to the experience. It brings the light out of that experience. And somebody who's been to Israel, the land of Israel, knows. There's an intrinsic connection. Torah, land of Israel, Olam Haba. Meaning, the Olam Haba, the world to come, heaven, is something that is mysterious to us, something that's we're excited for, but there's an aspect of hiddenness. It's hidden from us. But they're putting Torah, the land of Israel, and the world to come in one discussion. The meaning, if we want to get a glimpse of the world to come, learn Torah, go to the land of Israel, learn Torah in the land of Israel, and you will get a glimpse. You'll get a sneak peek at the world to come, or maybe you'll even bring it. Maybe you'll even get to maybe we'll reach it. And yeah, so these go through. So you go through difficulties, right? But the difficulties are a part of the connection to Hashem. Somebody who's at a lower level, his Yetzer Hara can hurt him, his challenges can hurt him, but someone who's at a really high level, he's at the point, and Rabbi Nachman says this, he's at the point now where he could use his Yetzer Hara as a tool. What does that mean? He could see wherever, he could catapult himself. Let's say he's praying, and then all of a sudden he notices he's like distracted, he can't focus. So then he could say, well, you know what? I'm going to be extra focused. I'm going to be extra energetic in my prayer to be even more focused than had I have not been distracted in that first place. So a real person who's close to Hashem, he uses everything he's going through, good or bad, so to speak. Everything's good. But even if it appears bad, he uses it as in his advantage to connect even closer to Hashem. And then they say, and what about the world to come? Halam haba, dichtiv. For the commandments are the Torah, and the Torah's light and the reproofs and instruction are the way of life. So this means that the Torah is the light, the commandments is the candle, and by going through criticism will show you the proper way of life. So this is something that's very interesting, because this is Gemara. This is something that sometimes in Gemara you don't have a discussion where it's so incredibly spiritually secrets of the Torah connecting to the secrets of the Torah. Sometimes it's the outer part of Torah, the physical part of Torah. Even though Torah is spiritual, I mean the physical, so to speak, the outer part of Torah. But this is Torah Pnimius. And So this, for me, this relates, I could relate to this because, I'm in the land of Israel now, and I'm trying to learn Torah B'ezrat Hashem, and it's an incredible experience, and I think that we have to always remember that we could turn on our consciousness of God. Consciousness of God is something that we have to always be turning on. If not, we could just go on our phone, scroll on the computer, and be literally living our lives in autopilot, and years will pass by, and we won't reach where we need to reach. But when you turn on your consciousness of Hashem, you're accessing this zone. You're getting into the zone where you're allowing Hashem to flow into you, and then you're able to grow astronomically more than somebody who's not conscious of God. And then, so when you're conscious of God, that means that everything you're going through is a part of this mission that Hashem is putting you on, this incredible gift that Hashem has given us, the gift of life. Nothing was owed to us. We weren't owed this world. Hashem gave us life out of the kindness, His greatest mercy. He gave us a chance. We didn't create ourselves. This world is not for us. We've been given this life, meaning there's something else here going on. We have a mission, We really pay attention. Whoa, I'm in a body. I have a life. I have difficulties. I have challenges. Something's going on here. Someone, the Creator, is obviously controlling the scene, is behind the scenes controlling everything. I just have to tap into that. And when you tap into that, that means that even the difficulties you're going through are a part of that. And suddenly, boom, you're able to shed light even on the darkness. And then the darkness becomes a part of the light and adds to the light. What does that mean? It means that when I'm conscious of Hashem, that means that even my difficulties that I was going through are now a part of Hashem's goal for me. And it turns out that the very difficulty that I thought I was having is the very thing that was able to bring me much closer to Hashem. So may Hashem bless you, that everything you go through is in a revealed good way. And if I didn't, I always like to mention Noahides in the video, that this video was connected to Torah, fine, but the Noahides also are a part of this. Why? Because the Noahides, when they fulfill the laws of Noach, they are fulfilling the will of the Creator, and they're a part of the world to come. They're bringing the redemption. They have a portion of the redemption, an incredible portion. So for Noahides, God bless you. Thank you for all the support. And Hashem, for you, whatever you're going through, you're deciding now to keep the laws of Noach, to connect to Hashem. That means that now, whatever you're going through, even if you go through challenges, it's a part of your mission to connect as a Noahide to Hashem, meaning so it's good. You're doing a good thing, so meaning nothing is actually bad. The challenges you're going through are from Hashem to get you closer to Him. And God bless you all. Let's try to learn Torah. Torah is the way. Torah and good deeds, and being in the land of Israel, of course, will show you, will give you a gateway, a glimpse at the world to come, and actually could channel the coming of the world, the redemption. So when you learn Torah, you're able to be conscious of God. When you learn Torah, you're forgetting about all these distractions you go through, and now your mind's being filled with Hashem's wisdom. So with that wisdom, you're able to use it in every aspect of your life, and now everything becomes a part of it. So there's no longer problems anymore. The very struggles you were going through are really the kindness of Hashem, just trying to get you closer to Him and make you reach who you could be. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'd love to know what you thought of this, and hopefully many more videos. B'ezrat Hashem.